Hello and welcome to our review of two Switch storage systems. So with us here today we have two Nintendo storage system boxes. Each one holds, as you can see inside, a zip compartment for cables, an area for your games, and the area for your equipment. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look at these two completely different companies who provide a similar product and look at obviously the price difference between the two. So let's start with the one from tomtoc. Okay, let's turn it up the right way so you can have a little look before we open it up. Okay, so here you have on the top some indentations to show you the kind of things that this will hold. You've got your tomtoc logo there in a nice attractive yellow. Let's take a look inside. So we have a zip compartment there that will hold cables and different other pieces of equipment that you may not be able to fit in the main body of the case. Then you have the game compartments. These are elasticated and have a mesh front to them to allow you to still see the games inside. This one in particular holds, let's have a look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 4, so 32 games. Now down here we have an area for your Pro controller, an area for your dock, there's an area for your charger, there's an area for your controller that you get with the Joy-Cons, the one that you attach the Joy-Cons to. Then you also have an area here for your Switch itself with Joy-Cons attached. These bits here are for the edges to the Joy-Cons where you slot them on so that you can use them individually. So let's have a look at the case itself. It's very nicely built, as you can hear. It's a very nicely put together case. It's got a nice stiffness to it, nice rigidity. As you saw, the inside of it is quite nicely moulded, so it gives you a nice safe place to keep your Switch, and if you were to accidentally drop it or something like that, then it would still be protected. It comes with an over-the-shoulder handle, which I don't have attached at the moment just because obviously it's easier to manoeuvre it without that on, but it also has a handle there for you to hold on to, so you could hold it in your hand as well, because not everybody wants to have it over their shoulder, especially if you're out and about. On the little zips here you have, I don't know if you can see that on camera, let me hold it up a little bit for you. There's the logo for tomtoc on the actual zip pulls there. Just gives you a bit of an idea of the quality of the finish of this particular item. Okay, so let's put this one to one side and have a little look at the Venom. Now what I will say to you is there is a price difference between the two. This one is a little more than half the price of the one of the tomtoc, so there is going to be a difference in finish, there is going to be a difference in quality of the item itself, but just to make you aware that obviously that is the case. So as you can see, this one, as opposed to the tomtoc which was grey and only comes in grey, this one is black, this one only comes in black. And let's have a little look and see what's going on with this particular item. So inside, rather than a zipped compartment, they have an elasticated holder for your items such as cables, etc. Then you've also got game compartments. This one holds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 21 games. These are also elasticated, but they're fully elasticated, so to see the name of the game you have to pull the game up a little bit just so that you can get a clearer view. Okay, inside here you've got the foam, which is not is not as rigid as the tomtoc one, but it still gives you a very good solid place to keep your Nintendo Switch. Right, so you've also got an area for your Pro controller, an area for your dock and charger, and an area for the controller that holds the Joy-Cons like we mentioned earlier. Your Switch would go in there with Joy-Cons attached. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my Switch out and my dock so you can have a little look at me putting those into these particular items. So I'll do it first with the Venom, as we've got that one out already, and then we can do it with the tomtoc after and have a little look and see how well or how easily or more difficult it is to get your Switch and your dock in and out of these. Okay, so first the Switch. It slots in there quite nicely, as you can see. There is a bit more give in this one, so there's a bit more movement. Okay, and then we'll put the little dock in here as well. Okay, so it fits in there quite nicely, and there's a nice bit of space there for your charger. Actually, we've got a charger here as well, so we can have a go at putting that in next to it. So there we go. Just gives you a bit of an idea how it fits. It does solidify it up a little bit as well once everything's in there. We have been using these ones to try with our Switches to see how they work, and we found that they do work very, very well, both of them. Okay, so on this one you get, like I said, an over the shoulder strap, which I've taken off to sort of make it a little bit easier, but you do get the little handles on the side for it to attach onto, and then you get the handheld strap as well. It's quite a nice quality item, if I must say. There are little Venom logos on the pulls for the zip as well, the same as there are with the tomtoc, just so that you know obviously what product you're using at that particular time. Okay, so now let's have a look at the tomtoc one and try and put the Switch and the dock and everything in and see what the differences are. Okay, so here we go. Just move that back out of the way. Right, so here we have the dock. As you can see, it's a lot more rigid, so that it's a bit more difficult the first few times when you put your Switch in and out. Then you've got the Switch going in there, and then the charger goes into this compartment here. Now this is a bit more tricky because this one's actually made for the charger. It's actually shaped so that it fits in there nice and snugly. Okay, so there we go. That gives you an idea, and then you would zip it up as per normal. So yeah, these overall very, very nice cases. What I would say to you is that the Venom is very good if you're on a budget, and if you're, you know, obviously you don't want to spend too much money on a case, but you want your Switch to be safe and be able to take all of your equipment with you. Whereas the tomtoc, I would say, is more of a premium case. Like I said, it's nearly twice as much as the Venom, but there is, you know, sort of, there are differences. There is a difference in quality, which is understandable for the price. So what I would say to you is, obviously this is a more of a premium item because of the price difference. But if you were to put them on par with each other, I would say if you know, if you were to look at it, they are of a similar spec and of a similar quality for the money. So they are equivalents of each other. Okay, that's our review. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you soon.